let me tell you a story of how I got smashed and grabbed in San Francisco. And then I walk by, I turn around, and I see what had happened to the car. If this sounds interesting to you, stick around and I'll tell you the story. Welcome back to Untitled Label, where we strive for greatness through optimization. This is your first time on the channel. Welcome. I hope you stick around. Hope you enjoy the content that I have to offer. If you're coming back, thank you so much for your support. If you haven't yet, consider subscribing and hitting that notification bell. That way, every time I post a new video, you're well aware. With the housekeeping out of the way, let's get into the video. So it was about a good 2 hours drive from work to San Francisco. Once we got there, we went to the lens end. I'm going to show you guys some pictures, some shots from the drone, and I hope you guys enjoy these shots. The weather was kind of, rainy, gloomy. It wasn't super hard, but I didn't really mind it too much. Disappointing part is I wanted to take some really good pictures, so without the natural sunlight that I was looking for, a lot of the pictures didn't come out how I wanted. But you kind of learn. This is all about learning how to develop, create stuff like this. So it is what it is. Another thing I wanted to do while we were there was I wanted to fly close, not necessarily on the bridge per se, but at least near and get some nice aerial views of the bridge as well. So we went to Fort Point. So at Fort Point, we walked around for a little bit, took some pictures, and I got to fly again. So here we go. driving around through San Francisco, I think that it's kind of an experience. It's such a big city. I think it's one of the biggest cities that I've been to. You know, I've been to a lot of big cities, but San Francisco really puts things in perspective for you. So we went to Union Square. I have a good friend of mine from the Navy. Shout out to you, Anthony. I wanted to see him. So we went there while he was at work. We stopped by, said hi to him, and just kind of made plans for later on this, in the evening. Unfortunately, those plans didn't happen because of what happened. Uh, but it was just nice to see him as well. After we went to Nike, we ended up going to Honey Bear Boba. It's a new, I don't think it might be new, but it's been around. Honey Bear Boba. It's a shop. It's owned by one of my favorite rappers. So I wanted to go out there, kind of just, I guess, form a support in another endeavor. So we ended up going by there, getting some boba, and we got some lunch. Lunch we got from Hard Knocks Cafe. Food was actually pretty good. If you're there in the area, Hard Knocks Cafe, I would recommend checking them out. Now, this is when stuff gets interesting. Now, we ended up going to Pier 39. I had been there years ago, um, and we wanted to just kind of do, typical touristy stuff, which now I really regret it. But we ended up going to Pier 39. So while we were there, we did a boat tour. So the boat tour, it takes you around underneath the bridge. So you get to see the bridge and around Alcatraz. So we ended up doing that. It was about a good maybe hour and a half tops. We're walking back towards the car. So at this point, I don't know when exactly the smash and grab. Smash and grab, by the way, is people will literally break your window, go through your shit, and take it out. The thing is, we didn't have, like, Mariah had her bag in the car, but she put it in the trunk. So I think somebody, like, in the area might have saw us. Maybe at that point is when we became target, but I don't know for sure. But anyways, so after we do this cruise tour, the bay tour, we come back and we still have about another 3 hours for our plans with my buddy Anthony later on. So we decide, hey, let's do a bus tour. I don't have to drive. We can just chill and see what's going on. So we do that as well. That's another 2.5 hours or so, 2 hours, 2.5 hours. Then we get back. So I walk into the car, like clicking the button. I see it, everything's good. It was a good day, We're all in high spirits, we're good. And then I walk by, I turn around, and I see what had happened to the car. Back window smashed out, back seat sitting down. I look back there, I see Mariah's bag is gone. I had a sweater in the back seat, which I didn't really care about the sweater, but I saw her bag and I'm like, oh crap, did you have anything important in the bag? He's like, no. And it was like, yeah, it's gone. So if you're in San Francisco, just be aware of where you park, who's around. Just look, because you might get smashed and grabbed. We got a police report. I contacted the rental car company. That way, we can just get the ball rolling for when I drop the car off, and hopefully everything works out in this situation. So, if you're a field service engineer, you're traveling to other cities, just be aware of your surroundings. Um, Take the proper precautions, I guess. This is the life lesson. Overall, it was a good trip. It was a little dampening because of what happened. Out of that, I did also lose my car keys. But, anyways, I will see you guys on the next one.